I think that bend in is so important. Let's talk about that. In terms of the adapt in, did you find there were a couple of go-to strategies you had when you faced a new question, or even when you got the question on the day? And what were the little tips? Like, were you just tacking on clauses at the end of every sentence to link back to the question? Or were you actually finding a relevant part of the sentence that you thought, oh, that matches well with that, and I'll reframe that, or I'll use synonyms? What was the kind of approach you had?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. So I think I did a bit of both, as you said, both of that, tacking the extra clauses on, maybe adding a sentence after your topic sentence to like make it really clear what you're saying. And also while reframing parts, so using adjectives for certain words and like maybe replacing some words like if needed.
Yeah, that's great. And in terms of your introductions, I just want to focus on the intros for a second before we, wrap up on the specific details of these essays. With the introductions, what do you think you did that stood out?
Honestly, I think it's just understanding like the question, because I know a lot of students, they don't actually directly answer the question. Maybe they waffle a little bit around it or throw some keywords in, but it doesn't actually really answer the question. It's like if someone actually asked you that, if your friend came out and asked you that question, how would you actually explain to them clearly? Yeah.
That's great. And was feedback an important part of that? Like, how many times would you say you were refining these introductions and your essays as a whole?
Refining your essay is such an important part. Getting that first draft done, and afterwards just rereading it again. Read it out to yourself. What words do you need? What words just don't really add anything there? Or what phrases are just not needed? I know my essays were around the maybe like 1,000 to 1,100 marks. So just being able to cut down to what you can write in the exam.